All right, here's kind of an after look. We're going to try and get a bid on. All right, let's take a look at this patio ridiculousness. So, man, they cheesed on some really ridiculous budgeting thing. So. Hey guys, Kapper here, welcome back. So we're going to take a look at this site literally a year ago from now and what a mess it was. But the reasoning I'm doing this, it's not just for, fun and R&R for the hot tub. This hot tub is really helpful because my spine is wrecked, as you can see here. I have 2 prosthetic hips here that are really messed up and still in pain, and 1 broken foot to add to it. So that's the reason I'm looking to get this hot tub. It's way overdue. Let's take a quick look at this same site last year because, we're taking chunks off an elephant. So this is what this backyard looked like last year, and today we're going to finish it off, and I just got a concrete bid for this section. So just a little excavation project. Get you out of the office or whatever you need relief from. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. We're going to start in the barn. We got rats in there. And my excavator smells like rats. I think they've been going in there.
Well, Joel put the excavator away already, and I wasn't quite done. So I trimmed the peach tree.
Future hot tub, but it needs a lot of cleanup. There's a lot of trash, there's fencing, there's T-posts that are buried in the rock. So we're going to use the machines, we're going to work together and get this area cleaned up for like phase 1 of getting it prepped for my future hot tub. So the previous owners had like a whole big garden area back here. They had walkways made of these bricks, which we are getting rid of. We're going to start fresh. We're going to clear all this. I'm just going to kind of put a rough grade on it, and then I'm going to get a bid for a concrete slab for the hot tub, a little apron walkway. And then you can see back here in the background down there, I'm also going to get a bid. I'll show you that towards the end of the video for a new concrete apron down there by the sliding doors, which is all rock and mud and garbage. But you can't go in and out that without tracking in muck and mud in the basement. But we'll touch on that here at the end. So today's mission was basically to clear all the crap and garbage they had here, the brick walkways, the timbers, the concrete blocks. There was broken off T-posts yet, some railroad tie sections. They just had all kinds of garbage in here. So I'm putting a rough grade on it. I got my concrete guy, he already come in, he looked at it. I will show you the patio down below, but I'll show you kind of a hasty look at where I'm looking at this hot tub pad and a little apron sidewalk right here from these stairs. So I mean, we do have a vision. It's hopefully in the end going to be real nice and relaxing and useful once we get it all done. All right, here's kind of an after look. We're going to try and get a bid on a concrete pad here for the hot tub, and then maybe another concrete patio down back by the back door in the basement. All right, here's a look at the current backyard here. So I'm looking at a hot tub pad, roughly probably about 10 by 10, which will fit, something like this, and then also extending a little sidewalk apron to these stairs right here. Make this yard look a lot nicer. And then I can also just get into the hot tub from here, right on the deck, just step right in. So that's part of our plan, and it'll be kind of out of the wind in the winter time. So that's the goal. We'll see if we can get someone out here, and then we'll see the pricing. All right, let's take a look at this patio ridiculousness. So these people did good for the most part on this home, but man, they cheesed on some really ridiculous budgeting thing. So this is the basement patio door, and instead of just pouring even just an 8 or a 10-foot slab, they hired someone to manually stack sandstone boulders in here for a cheap replacement to a patio. So this was last year. I pulled all these out here. Sharon saved some of these for a future fireplace project. But this is the second spot that I had them bid just 2 days ago. I'm waiting for the bid to come in. So instead of all this gobbledygook garbage and all these sandstone rocks, we're gonna try and just pour a nice pad here. Coincidentally, if we stay, if we try to make this our last forever home, we want to build a deck above this on the second level. So down here would be the footers. So this would be a concrete patio down here, and then the 6x6 deck post would rest on this concrete. So he's got to, build extra footers for support, and then we'd have a deck coming off of the upper level looking into this back ravine. So I'm kind of anxious to get the concrete bids. With inflation and all that, who knows what they're going to be, but if it's reasonable, we're going to go ahead and get these 2 concrete patios knocked out. Hopefully then I'll start shopping for a used hot tub to get in place. But anyways, that's what we've been doing this weekend, moving another chess piece, trying to make life, a little bit better along the way. So thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great weekend and a great week, and best of luck with your projects. And if you're dreaming of owning land, keep pushing the envelope, keep saving up some coin if you can on the side. I know it's hard these days, it really is. So thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great weekend.